Afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday at 5:30. So it's time to learn a bit about the ukulele. So let me just move my chair over here a little bit. Good afternoon. For those of you it's your first time, my name is Miss Stephanie and I teach music. I teach singing. I teach voice and singing. I teach piano, Suzuki and traditional. I teach ukulele. I teach melodica, auto harp, all sorts of fun things. But today we are here to learn the ukulele. And I just wanted to remind you about this tuner that I've been using. It's free. Let me see what it does. It tells you when you're tuned. Um, it looks like, probably can't see it on my phone. But anyway, it's called Tune for Ukulele. And it's yellow, green, and red with a black backing. It's the second one from the left here, if you can see it. Yeah, you can a little bit. It's black backing. So that's a great tuner to use, okay? Today I'm using my Enya pineapple. And the reason I'm using this is because the frets are marked very clearly and because I love it. This has a beautiful tone and it's fun to play. I just love this ukulele. So if you are in the market for a ukulele, I consider really any of the Enyas, but this one I really like for teaching. It's a lot of fun. Doesn't make a lot of sound. It's not really loud. Unlike my Nova over there, which is makes quite a sound. So if you look at my previous videos, they will show you how to tune. So be sure that you're here tuned. We're not going to go over that today. What I would like to go over first are a few little exercises for the beginner ukulele student, because we're not used to using our fingers. And by the way, if you did not check out the voice lesson before this, check out the voice lessons because it'll help you a lot with the singing portion of ukulele. Ukulele is different from a lot of other stringed instruments because people expect you to sing and they want to sing with you. So you sort of have to get used to doing that. So it's a given. This happy instrument, just people gravitate to it and want to sing along with you. So get used to that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just we went over the frets and do your tuning and all of that. So let's just go over the chords that we went over last week. So our C chord was our ring finger, first string, third fret. Remember, we count the strings from the bottom to the top. First string is down here, fourth string is up here. Fourth string is closest to the top, up to the ceiling, to your nose. The first string is closest to the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's go over the chords that we did. We did a C chord. I'm just doing a down strum. Then we slid our C over, and then we put our pointer finger on the second string, first fret, and then our middle finger on the third string, second fret. We made that triangle for our G7 chord. Let me get a little closer. So we went from C, that was our C chord. Okay. Now we slide that over, put our pointer on this second string, first fret, and then third string, second fret. It's like a triangle. See that? Dun, dun, dun. That's your G7 chord. That's the trickiest chord. It takes a little bit. So let's do that again. Go from C to G7. Now, first things first, are your nails cut super duper short? You should see skin on top of your fingers, no nails hanging over. If you can see, if you have a nail that's this long on your fret hand, no. This is only for strumming. Fret fingers have no white on them. Remove it all. Just clip it as close as you can. Otherwise, you're going to get this. you'll get this. Hear that buzz? It's because you're not going to be able to squeeze all the way. So avoid that buzz and squeeze that by having your fingernails nice and short. And you see that position? These knuckles are rounded. I'm not doing this. If you do this with your fingers, you're going to hit other strings. It has to be just like this. Fingers pointing down and squeezing it. Not just squeeze. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide back to C and C. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. Notice what I did with my wrist. My wrist was straight here for C. And when I did my G7, my wrist came over. I went from like this for my C to this for my G7. So little things like that make a difference. Playing a G7 like this would not be very efficient because these two fingers have to share a fret. Okay? Your ring finger and your middle finger share a fret. And then your pointer finger goes to the first. So you see? You've got to go from here and then just pivot and back, straight and pivot. There you go. Now, let's keep our pointer finger here and lift your third finger up to the 4th string, 2nd fret. That top string, 2nd fret. There's your F chord. Everybody have that? If not, you can rewind. There's a little gear shifter on the YouTube channel thing where you can stop and rewind and do all that fancy stuff. Awesome sauce. So rewind if you need to. Now lift that pointer finger up and just have that middle finger on that top string, 4th string, 2nd fret, and there's your A minor. And these were all of the main chords we did. And C, 2, 3, 4, pivot, G7, 2, 3, 4, and F, 2, 3, 4, and A minor, 3, 4. Okay, so that was a big review for everybody. Now I'd like to go over the strum. We went over down, down and up. Let's go over the island strum again. I want to go over it at every lesson until it sinks in. It will take a while. Please don't give up. All right. And even if you're doing some weird version of the island strum, nobody cares because it's a happy little instrument. It will come eventually. It took me a long time to get the island strum. It's really challenging to do the island strum and sing at the same time. Oh my goodness. I have a couple of students that can do it. It's great. The song Lava is a really nice long one that you can just keep practicing that island strum. So we'll do Lava probably next week. But that's a good one to practice. So let's go through these chord changes with now I like a strap on mine. Even if you don't have these strap pegs, these pins on your uke, they make ones that are like a cradle. They make straps that will cradle your uke that'll like come around like this on the bottom and then it'll attach right here. They're great. I highly recommend doing it. It's not, you don't really need it if you're sitting and just doing simple chords, but as we get to do more and more advanced chords, some of them get so advanced that you're moving your hand in odd ways and the ukulele slips out all the time. So I recommend trying to get a strap if at all possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice the island strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Switch to G7 and go. Down, down, up, down, up, down. Switch to F. Down, down, up, down, up. Switch to A minor. Here we go. Let's go backwards to F. There you go. We're going to go to G7. Excellent job. Okay, so while you're learning that one, another fun island strum just is a down tap, down tap, down tap. There's lots of different rhythms we can do with the tap, but let's start with the simple down tap first, okay? So, down tap, down tap, down tap, down tap. G7, down tap, down tap, down tap, and F, tap, down tap, tap, down, and A, tap, and down tap, down tap, down tap. Excellent. Okay, so let me pull up something to share with you. So the down tap, down tap, down tap, down tap. That is an excellent way to just keep practicing. Just keep practicing your any strum that you do. Just do it over and over again and switch from one chord to the next. Now here's three little birds, and we're going to practice a little bit of the down tap, down tap. And we're going to use the G7 chord instead of the G. I just like this one because it's nice and big and you can see it. So you can use a G chord or a G7. I prefer the G7. I like the way it sounds here better. So we're going to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to screen share with you. So we're going to use the C chord and the F chord, the G7 chord, and back to G, C. Okay, so let's just do the chorus, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Now we're going to start the island strum on worry. Don't worry about a thing. Now, for everybody else, so some of you will do the island strum, and what I'm going to do with you right now is the strum tap. So if you're ready to do the island strum, go ahead and do the island strum. Otherwise, just strum tap with me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Excellent. Now, you can fill it in even more with down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up. All right, so let me get my uke in a better position. I was having a lazy girl uke moment there. So let's go over this strum. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up. Don't worry about a thing. Do a little faster. 'Cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Excellent. So those are several different strums that you can do that. And you could also just do the down and up. Some people like to chuck on this one. Okay, so we've gone over chucking before. I just want to do that again today because I wanted to spend a little extra time on strumming today. So I do want to go over chucking again. There's several ways that you can do the chuck. I will start with how Well, we're going to do a down chuck. We're not going to do an up chuck. And yes, I laugh every single time I say up chuck. So here is the down chuck. I'm going to do a C down chuck, okay? You down strum. Then you down strum again. I like to catch it coming back up. But if you're just down chucking, down chuck, down chuck, down chuck, down chuck. Now that I added an upstroke, okay? So if you get the down chuck, what do I do on the chuck, you ask? I showed you on several videos, but I'm going to show you again real quick because I love chucking so much. It's so much fun. Okay. Stop the sound. I stop it with my thumb and the fatty part of my hand. Some people do that. I don't have enough nails because I'm a pianist. I only let one nail get a little tiny bit just so that I can strum. And when I up strum, I usually just use the side of my thumb. Sometimes the nail hits, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. So the regular chuck is down, chuck, down, chuck. So you see what I'm doing? I'm stopping it as soon as I strum. Chuck, chuck. That's what gives it that chuck sound, okay? So down, chuck, down, chuck, down, chuck. Now, this time I'm going to put a little upward motion in between, okay? And it's going to give it a little more rhythm, all right? Because that's why we use the chuck anyway, to give it rhythm. Okay, so here we go. Here is the down chuck with a stroke in between, okay? Sorry. And let me do it slower. Chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down. I just let my fingers glide across those strings instead of bringing my hand up. Instead of just coming up, I let my fingers glide. I'm not really putting any other effort into that other stroke. There's no extra effort at all. Down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck up, down, chuck. So, what strokes did we go over today? Down, 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 down. Okay, we went over down, up, down, up. We've done this before. We went over down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. The island strum. Okay, we went over down, tap, down, tap, down, tap, down, tap, down, down, tap. Double it. Okay, that was cool. We went over the chuck. Now, this time when you do the chuck, come on back up. Come on back up, chuck. Here we go. Down, chuck up, 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 down. Left a good job in the city. Recognize that? Recognize that little riff? So you'll start to recognize little riffs from songs that you've heard from yesteryears, and such. Well, I had a very good time working on uke with y'all today. I hope you please like and subscribe, and it would really help me if you shared this on your social media or with a friend. Tell your coworkers about it because it's really a lot of fun. We have a lot of folks doing piano, voice, and ukulele, and some people doing all three, some people doing a few. And it's going to make our jams at the end of the month really fun the more people we can get going. So please do me a favor and share it. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Oh, And if you want to come to our live lessons that happen every Sunday at 6, join us over on Patreon. Excellent.